Vabbè, dai, iniziamo. Non sto più nella pelle, onestamente. Quindi stasera sto seduto pure sulla palla medica, quindi sto proprio comodo.
Hello. Who are you?
Ragazzi, vi consiglio assolutamente di mettere le cuffie. Assolutamente.
Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua.
Senua.
Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
Tra l'altro non vedo l'ora che esca il 2.
It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching.
There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she feel her coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
In hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave you.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back.
Go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them?
C'è un italiano.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
I can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power. You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own.
L'intro è
It's
proprio lungo.
bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
Ok, Senua, noi due.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us?
Sono qui per questo.
Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
You have to take a closer look to see.
Why isn't she focusing?
Do not
She needs to
forget
focus
my
now.
stories,
She needs to
Senua.
use her eyes.
Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Ok, questo è il tour operator che ci ha dato le indicazioni. Vai.
The darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like pack of wolves on a hunt.
Anche perché indietro non possiamo tornare.
Stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see him?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you?
Si può fare. Però mi sa che c'ha l'alito un po' pesante.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim.
They're called
And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue.
Per amore questo ed
He's
altro.
already dead.
La spiaggia bellissima come sempre.
His soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul. Do you know where you are?
The bridge to Helheim.
Sai, devo abbassare qualcosa.
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Ok, se non erro, in tutto il gioco ci stavano comunque dei collezionabili. Left. No, però se non mi sbaglio, sì. Oltre alle pietre che ti raccontavano un po' la storia.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard.
Midgard.
Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
E andiamo nel mondo dei morti, va?
That's the way. Keep going, whatever you do, don't stop. You can't. This isn't right. You have to turn back. Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back.
Sti gran cazzi.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
It's not going to hurt. It's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Never let the bastards catch me again. Never!
Darkness.
Wait. Who are you?
Just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool.
Non ti affoga.
Is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Look,
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Allora devo trovare... sta là sopra, eccolo là.
It's near. Look towards the gate. And the gate will open.
Dannato cloro. Apriti sedano.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
go through it. It's
Ok.
dangerous. Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe. It worked!
Ok.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Un pochino altino, eh. Andiamo a abbassare un po' la grafica. Allora, vediamo. Fogliame lo possiamo abbassare. Sì. Ma diciamo facciamo alta. Ok. Non che non va fluido, però ha dei micro stuttering e non mi piace.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Poi diventa un problema nelle fasi più coincitate, quindi...
You can stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near. Waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Altro appunto del tour operator. Dai.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter.
Tutta gente allegra, quindi.
In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Quindi dobbiamo andare a fare il culo ad Ela. Helach. Che simpaticone che sono. Oh, inizia la lotta. Raggiungi la prima volta. Raggiungi la porta per la prima volta. Ce l'ho fatta.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him.
Dai, cazzo.
Shh. Someone's here.
E chi è? C'è qualcuno? No, 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 così non va bene. Facciamo alta. No, texture proprio. Ok.
I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want.
Se la metti così...
Stay. Just give him back.
Sei stata marchiata. Come sono i tasti? Allora, concentrati, muoviti, guarda. Colpo veloce, colpo pesante. Ah, schiva, ok. Blocca RB, ok.
Stop them! He's finished! Remember your training. Find us your position. Surround you. Behind you.
Ma questi sono fantasmini, non li posso ammazzare.
She will die.
No. Non si vede più niente.
Watch out.
Mi sa che devo morire, per forza. Sì, in questa parte qua, se non erro, sì. Ok. Cazzo, è peggio di un parto. Ok, ti è infettato.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is wrought. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
Gratta, gratta. Che morso di zanzare.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Bussa, bussa. Ma quanta disperazione però. Il marciume dell'oscurità aumenterà ogni volta che fallisci. è finita. E tutti i progressi fatti andranno persi. Bene. Ma questo non è vero.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she
Dai,
will fulfill
Senua.
her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Ok, allora prima di entrare qua, questo è bloccato, dobbiamo entrare prima nelle altre due porte. Vediamo il tour operator che ci dice.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born,
Ymir.
and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Assolutamente no. Ok, andiamo prima di qua, va? Apriti sesamo.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground.
Intaffoga. Se ogni tanto si affoga.
Find him, Senua.
Ok, troviamo questo gigante. E ammazziamolo.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her.
Mi ricordo che essendoci due passaggi il percorso era unico forse. Beh, seguiamo il principale. Vediamo le temperature a che stanno. Tranquilli proprio. Oh, che bel ponticello. No, allora, non erano due percorsi che si univano, ma di là è un percorso che porta a uno sbloccabile, se non erro, o un pezzo della storia comunque. Corri Senua, corri Senua. Ok, infatti.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel.
Muspel.
Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds. and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Ok, quindi diciamo sta raccontando un po' la creazione, come è venuto a crearsi il mondo per i miti norreni. Andiamo a cercare questi qua. Vedo una faccia qua. Ok, questo è...
We each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons. Some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Questa è la mamma che parla, che sta confortando Senua. Sta dicendo: non ti preoccupare, tutto a posto, hai due problemi, quindi... Ok, qua dovrebbe esserci un cancello. Eccolo. Devo trovare questi due simboli dopo aver combattuto. Da notare le voci come aiutano. Ah, perché fai così?
You're close.
Ancora? Ok. Il combattimento è andato. Devo trovare questi due simboli.
Sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Allora, un simbolo, se non mi sbaglio, si deve prendere qua sopra. Forse. Non sono sicuro. Sì, eccolo. Ok, mentre la Y, diciamo Y, dovrebbe essere uno di quegli alberelli lì che si va ad incrociare con un altro albero. Eccolo. Ah, ok, vabbè. Pensavo fosse quello, invece è quell'altro. Ok. Andiamo ad aprire la porta. Guardo attraverso la porta. Ok. Dovrebbe essere aperto. Ok, perfetto.
When they first came to my lands,
I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they...
Mannaggia, io non ho capito perché c'ha sto problema di stasera. Grafica.
took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
Basta, ti sto odiando per questa cosa. C'ha delle micropause, sono dei caricamenti. Ma sicuro, perché non può essere. Ciao media. No, perché indietro? Ah, ok, applica. Sì. Non è applicato... Oh, ma si scema allora. Applica. Ok. Indietro. Confermo. Grafica. Ok. Bah, va bene. No, però le texture alte non ce la faccio a vedere quelle cose. Mamma mia, e dai. Almeno questo. Ok, prossima porta. Qua devo combattere ancora. Ma questa parte è bella e buona. Aia. Aia. Che quello non è difendibile.
It's not over. It's not over. You can do it. Keep going. He's down. Finish it. Don't let them surround you. Behind you.
Oh. Cuccia. Ah, questa me la devo ricordare.
Better fight.
Ok. Dio del fuoco
When you
hanno
see a
due.
fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel, and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Abbiamo trovato.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering and suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Ragazzi, un attimo solo, perché è strano che abbia questi cali improvvisi. C'è qualcosa sotto che quadra non cosa. Cerco di chiudere qualcosa. Che gli serve il Microsoft Store aperto? Non lo so. Lo spooler di stampa che gli serve? Non lo so. Visto le temperature sono buone, NZX lo chiudo. Ok. Ah, si è bloccata la cam. Riattiviamola. Ok, si dovrebbe essere ripresa, vediamo. Ok. Mamma mia. Fa un caldino. Dopo il nuoto.
What's happening?
Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone?
The fire's disappeared. The buyer.
Cert
is through there.
He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Giusto.
Truth, cert.
Andiamo a cercare un'altra strada.
There's always another way.
C'è sempre un'altra strada e vediamo.
You just have to find it.
E già capite e basta. Madonna mi sti bulli.
He's waiting. Cert is
The
waiting.
Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Ok, penso sia stato solo un problema di overflow di RAM, perché adesso vedo che c'era troppa RAM occupata. Mi sa che devo passare a 16 giga, perché questo non è un gioco esoso, però le registrazioni
Another fire.
affossano un po'.
Fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Mi stanno dicendo tutto in pratica.
She won't be able to tell.
Allora di qua non potrò passare sicuramente, se non mi sbaglio mi devo buttare giù.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Ok. Attiviamo il secondo portale. Vai che ci sei! Vai che ci sei! Olè!
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
C'è da dire che Ninja Theory su questo fatto delle voci ha fatto studi psicologici, ha chiamato esperti, ha fatto un sacco di lavoro per questa cosa e per sviluppare l'audio bineurale per le cuffie. Ok, in teoria dovrei andare di là, però qui c'è una porta. E qui c'è un'altra porta. Questa con onestà non mi ricordo come si attiva.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Tour operator.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it
Ragnarok.
the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Forse stava nella casa, non mi ricordo. No. Forse la casa era un modo per passare quando si bruciava tutto. Sì. Ok. Quindi devo andare ad aprire questa porta. Devo trovare questi due simboli.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
C'è una R qui da qualche parte. No. Diciamo fa parte dello step evolutivo. Dove sta questa R? Fammi salire un attimo sopra, può essere che era da sopra? Non mi ricordo dove stava sta R. Come la beccavo sta R? Aspetta, forse era un qualcosa con queste rovine. Pure l'altra volta mi ricordo che la X subito la trovai, la R ci misi un casino e poi dopo dissi qua, ma questa non è una R. E sta ricapitando. R di Ramar. Voamavo. Lo becco sta quello di Ramavo. Forse era guardando da qua. No. Era una cacata con col tetto, se non mi sbaglio. Magari proprio questo incenerito. No. Allora, qua mi esce però.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday.
No.
They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods.
Non me ne frega.
Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Non lo riesco proprio a trovare. Ma no, è la stessa cosa dell'altra volta. Ragazzi, un aiuto da casa. Vedi dentro. No, dentro niente. Provo da sopra. Ma io me la ricordo una cosa, che guardando da sopra vedevi la R, però. Ecco, aspetta. Forse si è... Era una cosa con questi pali. Ah, ecco qua. Era a terra. Dicevo, ci stava qualcosa che mi ricordavo da sopra, da sotto. Ok, meno male. Ho risolto prima rispetto all'altra volta, quindi sono migliorato. Ma devo andare a aprire il cancello per attivare il fuoco. Ok, perfetto, attiviamo il portale. Corri, Forest, corri! Cadere. Oh, vabbè. Pau! Qua, due! Oh, bravo!
Behind you.
Oh, ma sei tosto! Un altro? Inutile che mi chiami per nome.
Take him down.
Brucia! Ah, stavo grattando il naso, bastardo. Ok.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn,
Ho perso tutto
will
ormai.
you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Basta così. Questo stuttering, dai. Ah, non mi ricordo dove devo andare qua. Allora, entrando nell'altra casa c'era un posto speciale. Che sta guardando? Bello e buono, guarda là in basso, vabbè. Qua usciva un mob se non erro. Però qua stava una zona speciale. Ok.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open. And Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Ok, uscirò da là se non erro. Quello è l'ultimo portale da aprire. Dopodiché c'è il boss. Allora devo trovare questi
Tell
qua.
me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Devo trovare questo simbolo. Questo non me lo ricordo. Ah, ok. Diciamo queste ricerche sono abbastanza fantasiose, però... Allora, uno stava nella casa di là. Questa qua non mi ricordo se ci stava qualcosa. Eccola la P. Dai, è questa. Oh, palesemente questa. Ok, l'ultima se non erro stava di qua. Che sarebbe questa qua? Che ne anda a vedere da fuori. Eccola qua. Perfetto, abbiamo aperto la porta. Adesso devo andare a attivare il portale del fuoco e scappare.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness,
Ok, 16.
So can you.
Giustamente detto, se l'ho fatto io che sono uno scemo, sono un letterato, un uomo di cultura e non un guerriero, tu lo puoi fare, soprattutto se sei un...
Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! 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 Run, Senua! Through the fire!
Ok.
Don't. She's dying.
It's him. It's him.
Come ha fatto a morire? Sono arrivato al checkpoint, perché? Ah, ok, no. Fortunatamente no, non sono morto.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Really
sorry.
sorry. Ah, I'm so sorry, giusto.
This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone. Away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me.
Come? Sto tornando proprio
I want
indietro
you
da
to say
te.
it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
C'è proprio qualche problemino comunque. Ok, questo è il boss.
Take his mark, and I will tear you from the underworld and forever be in your debt.
Ciao, compa!
You destroyed everything. Everyone. But not me. Fight now.
Ops, forse la difesa con questo. Ok, sono 3 attacchi. Oh, 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 oh.
He's getting stronger. We must stop him. You must stop him. Stop him.
L'ho stoppato, madonna. Due.
Search is getting stronger. Stop him. You must stop him.
Oh.
Stay away from him. Stay away from him. Focus. Now, focus.
Ahia. Corri, Senua, corri.
There must be a bunker somewhere.
Ahia, questa fa male.
What's happening?
E il dio del fuoco è andato. Ok, adesso manca il dio dell'illusione.
A greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on.
Perché? Pure io me la domando.
I made a promise. And I will go to hell.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next, to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
Ok, abbiamo sconfitto Surtr, il dio del fuoco. Si è estinto. Quindi adesso dobbiamo tornare indietro.
Druth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him, took him with them on their raids, and drove him to madness, spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds.
Andiamo un attimo. Quanta RAM si sta giocando questo? Ancora. Non si arrende. X-Split, che comunque è lo streaming che occupa. Non c'è niente da fare. È un problema di overflow di RAM. Devo comprare altra RAM.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Quanto mi piacciono i rumori dei tuoni, mamma mia, bellissimi. Ok, dobbiamo andare a aprire.
It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true, stranger in your own body.
No, ma si vede proprio la differenza con le Dexter, mamma mia.
And nothing is the same ever again.
No, però così non va bene. Vabbè, dai. Applica. Conferma. Va benissimo. Bello quando le cose funzionano. Comunque, mamma mia, sto odiando il Game Pass, assolutamente.
Senua has died before, and she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
E che cazzo stai su medio? Dai, apriamo.
Don't let them get behind you. Keep them in sight. Behind you.
Oh. Aia.
He's gone.
Ancora. Basta.
Don't give up.
Assava Maron.
The gate won't open.
She can't get through.
Why
Let's go
not?
to the gate.
No, ma pure questo lo devo chiudere perché mi sta rompendo proprio le palle.
Just
Dove sta? Processi. No, mi serve. E non mi serve. Neanche il circa mi serve. Dai.
she has to challenge Valravan.
There must be another test.
Valravan.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He
Loki.
hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Ok, andiamo a parlare pure con Loki. Forse proprio Loki non è. Però, cugino sfigato di Loki. Ok, qua c'è qualcosa. Pezzo di tour operator.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful.
Grande e potente.
His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife. And they had 3 sons.
Quindi è figlio di una
Odin
gigante,
was the
tipo.
eldest. And the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the
Il
gods.
padre del tutto.
The Old Father.
Quindi è nata da una gigante e da questo Bor. Ok, questo è il
Illusion
simbolo.
hides the path to Balravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that? It's a door. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it. He did it. He did it.
Ok. Se devo guardare attraverso il portale per vederlo aperto. Ok, e entrare. Ok, perfetto.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. Senua never could close her eyes. However hard she tried. Begged.
Permesso.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Qua dovrei combattere. Eccolo qua. Come reteli avere con me? Questo è tutto. Wow.
There are too many of them. Find a strong position.
Ce ne sono di più. Aia.
End it. No, it's nearly the end. Too slow.
Sono tre. Cazzarola.
Surrounding her. She's going to lose.
Aia.
over. Finish it.
Ok.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's
Magari. Ok, devo trovare questo simbolo.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much.
Sì, l'ho visto, ma devo per forza salire. Non salgo, non lo posso attivare. Ok. Ti vuoi buttare giù, no?
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world.
Questo qua pure era un poco
The
lunghetto.
forest itself is watching.
Another gate. Another gate. You know what to do. Stay
Sì.
back. You have to open it. It's not safe
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Which ravens? Can't you see them? She can't see.
Ci sono degli occhi. Questa non me la ricordavo.
Line up the ravens.
Ok, allora devo allineare quelli. Per allineare quelli devo passare da qualche altra parte.
Shh, 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 shh. What is it?
I hear something.
If you
Anch'io.
hear the soul of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Valravan. Challenge me.
Sfidami.
Where is he? If I'm your fault.
Eccolo. Mi sta a pigliare per culo questo.
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Oh, grazie a me, vieni qua. Posso scendere da qua? No. Che palle. Però questi li posso sbloccare, assolutamente. Mi sblocco pure questo. Sì, ma lo vado a seguire. Sì, lo vedo. Wow, ma si è bloccata un'altra volta la gamma. Ma che palle stasera. Oh, ecco qua. Andiamo. Ok, mi dice di andare di là.
She can get up now. She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get out? It must be magic. Dog magic. A trick. Raven tricking her. Raven. How can she get out? Bait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. Raven's magic. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Yeah. Ok. E anche questo è andato. Diciamo lo scontro col corvo è molto bello. A me piacque all'epoca. Anche quello del fuoco non è male, però è proprio il primo, cioè quello dei poveri. Quello del corvo, e poi ce ne stava un altro nell'oscurità che è pure bello.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning.
Non si apre.
A primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Altro combattimento qua, se ricordo bene. Volevi, Lezzo. Mamma mia, questo quello so. Aia. Questo ha fatto male. Aia. Cuccia tu. Oh. Wow, manco muore questo, ma che è di ferro?
They've surrounded you. You're close.
Aia, alzati.
Behind you.
Aia.
End it. End it. No. Nearly the end.
Volevi, lezzo.
She finished him.
Ok. E mo? Di qui.
The Northmen say that
Facciamo una cosa.
Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse.
Oh, ecco,
They
tutto
made his
ciò
bones into stone,
quindi vuol
and his
dire che non
flesh
è un
into
problema
earth,
del gioco,
and
perché
his
il gioco
blood
bene o male
into the
va.
salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Cioè, in pratica è una Switch un altro po' più potente di questo binomio processore e scheda video. Va bene. Io comunque sono sempre convinto che è colpa della RAM. Cioè, è colpa della RAM. Però
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything, turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
E mo sono problemi. Sono uccelli senza zucchero. Perché questo mi ricordo, eppure questo era un po' lunghetto. Non difficile, però lunghetto.
The song. Valraven's song.
Ok, andiamo prima a sinistra perché il ponte dovrebbe potersi abbassare.
There's two. Listen, focus. Listen. It's
Passando di qua magari. Na, na,
This
na,
reminds
magic,
of something.
magic.
The forest. Where? Which forest? Forest in the wilds. The wilds.
Ok.
She left in.
Dai, Senua.
She went to the wilds
Senua.
a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian.
She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian.
But it didn't work. She thought her
Ok,
curse
abbiamo
would
pulito un
affect
po'.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
She thought she'd bring the darkness to
si è
him too.
buggato.
She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Quiet.
Druth helped her.
Out in the wilds. In the cold winter woods. She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
Questo indica di qua, ok. Perfetto. Abbassiamo pure questo ponte. Allora andiamo con grafica, fogliame, già sta tutto basso. Però l'unica cosa le texture no, non già la faccio. Ok. Con onestà non pensavo di dover abbassare così tanto. Vediamo prima il tour operator qua che dice. Tour operator, illuminaci.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated a sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind, and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Ok. Ah no, non posso passare. Non posso passare perché giustamente niente. Ok. Ah, sembravano dei passi.
The ravens. They've all gone. No. There's still 3. There's 3. There's 3. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? She did it, but what does that mean?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And in the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Ok,
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
e anche questo è andato.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding
Chi lo
its
sa?
time. Only when she is at her weakest
La cosa è, questo è
will
tutto
it
per
strike
amore,
to
poi
kill.
tra l'altro. Bellissimo.
Will she
Sti
find
cazzi al
doing
giorno d'oggi uno farebbe una
before
cosa
her
del
time
genere.
comes?
Ok, questa è la boss fight col corvo.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
No, Senua, solo tu. Io sono una voce.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born.
Ok, quindi ci ha raccontato la sua storia.
The man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before.
Bella, easy. Ti vuoi unire alle fantasie norrene? Ai miti norreni? Ah, ecco. Come sta andando alla fine? No, che cazzo. Qualche buona nuova per il Napoli? Anche se io non tifo, però, giusto per... Easy peasy. Ma... Oh. Stavo distraendo. Ma... quindi è finita?
The gate is open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too?
Sì.
Where are we?
Boh.
I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly
La sta
back into the
mangiando.
maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Zan zan, e mo ti faccio il mazzo a tarallo. Aia. Aia. No, no, alzati, 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 alzati. Aia. Aia, ai, ai. Sono morto. Cazzarola. Ah, difenditi. Aia. Ah, perché ci voglio andare incontro? Alzati, 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 alzati.
It's not over. It's not over.
won't make it. Stop it. She will die. Stop. He's there. No, he's there. Don't let them surround you. Take him down. Take him down. Behind you, Sergeant.
Au! Guaia!
Will die.
No, ma... Oi, ci messi cosa, ma... Vabbè, Aia. Ah. Che cazzo. Alzati, alzati.
She's injured. She can still die. She's injured. Not gonna make it.
Ai ai ai
Get
ai.
up quick.
Ai.
She's hurt. She's injured. She She's injured. Watch out!
Secondo round. È andato.
Finish this. He's gone. Find a good position. But you left him behind. Run away. Go.
Ah.
Finish this. End it now. Get up quickly! Get up! It's not over! It's not over! You can do it! Keep going! She's hurt! She won't make it! End it! Focus! It's the only way! You can do this! Focus! It's not over yet!
Aia. Aia. Ma perché non mi difendo? Mannaggia, mi dimentico sempre a difendermi. Marron.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Vai, Senua. Au.
The mark of Valravan, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory, bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Ok, abbiamo sconfitto Balram, il secondo dio, quello dell'illusione. Adesso possiamo aprire le porte per raggiungere Ela e riprenderci Dandelion.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
In teoria anche qui c'era una visione della madre, però non ricordo dove. Con tutta onestà.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Eccola qua la mamma.
Senua.
Mother?
Eccola.
Senua, you have the sight.
just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you. Did you see her? That was her
Galena.
mother, Galena.
Gallina.
She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful.
Chissà che droghe ci aveva dato.
It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Ce l'abbiamo fatta. Possiamo aprire la porta.
Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Sembrano quei robottini che uno gli dà le parole e quello parla. Scende, kumare.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer.
Io mo si è incazzata Senua.
An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandoning to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Ma dove venga a pigliare?
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling. Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Mamma mia, ti devo proprio affettare. Con tutta la cattiveria proprio. Proprio senza sdegno.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Wow! 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 Alzati, vai Senua.
She's injured. She can still do it.
Fatto capo il muro.
chance.
Aia.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Sta un altro. Ah, faccia di cazzo. Basta. Bravo. Aia.
Behind you.
Aia. Via, via. Ma no, quanto lo schifo visto con lo scudo. Fuori.
Finish this. Finish this. He's gone.
Olè. È andata, era stata bella impegnativa, dai. Ok, allora questo lo devo attivare con le illusioni, non mi ricordo come. Devo prima scendere se non erro, mi ricordo, vediamo. No. Mi ricordo come si fa ad attivare questa parte. Apriamo prima la porta. Ok, qua, ok, la guida turistica.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name, she will ask your lineage, she will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain loves.
La 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 la.